Harden's teammates absolutely love setting him up. I mean, they know he's going to finish strong every time.
Morant drives in. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Now here's Harden. He has 6. Pass to Harris. A shake. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
Boy, this is the threat that Harris poses now. He's a scorer from every level. Inside, three-point land, and at the rim.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now Brooks, defended by Thibault. And then Morant rams it in.
That's an old-fashioned rim wrap.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Platinum level highlight reel material. That is Showtime stuff there.
12 seconds. Here's Bane over Harden.
And, you know, it's awesome to see Harden giving his all on defense. That's been an area that he's needed to improve on. Really making an effort to stay.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Grizzlies out in front, leading by a point. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Grizzlies.
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
The offensive rebound. The 76ers trail. And you look at some of the most unbreakable records in NBA history, Clark. Scott Skiles with 30 assists in one game. Who's going to beat that?
That's a hard one to top. I mean, 30 dimes in one game. I mean, that is just amazing. One, you got to pass it well, and two, you got to have great shooters around you. Westbrook had a game with 24 assists last year, but that's still a far cry from 30. I think that may very well be an untouchable record, Kevin.
5 on the clock. Conchar. A new 14 for the Grizzlies. Jones with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Anderson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Nice work to get it inside and draw contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And you can see that even though he ties the game up, disappointed he couldn't give him the lead. Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Harden surveying the D. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Some nice passing there by Memphis. Now Melton. Anderson in the post. Over Green. Back to Melton. Harden outside. To the paint. There's Embiid. And it's Melton with the rebound.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Back to Clark. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
You gotta know this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Timeout call, the 76ers.
Let's see who's the loudest.
Some changes for Memphis.
Substitution for your Grizzlies.
The 76ers trail by 4. Harden outside. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. And he makes that one.
You see why they go to Embiid in close. I mean, he's more than capable of getting it in the hoop.
You'd be hard-pressed to find someone more confident than Embiid.
He's got plenty of confidence, and he's a funny guy, too. Extremely entertaining. He said, the mindset I get when I'm on the floor is that I'm the best player in the gym. And much of the time, he ain't wrong.
Morant with the steal. And it's Memphis on the break. To the middle. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And Philadelphia making a change here.
76er substitution. Tobias Harris.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That's foul number 2 for him. And Philadelphia making a change here.
First team foul. 76er substitution. James Harden.
The 76ers again can't hit it.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
How about the handles from the young fellow? Give Morant credit for taking the initiative and capitalizing. And already his third foul. It's got to be time to get him out of there, probably until the third quarter.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And Harden really looks like he's been having fun out there.
I would agree with that, Kevin. And he says he's the same way off the court, too. I don't know him off the court, but he says he loves meeting new people. I don't have any trouble believing that. He enjoys engaging with kids. And certainly the bright tennis shoes are part of everybody's NBA attire now, but he wears it as an expression of his personality.
To the inside. Harris.
Tobias Harris.
It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Yeah, I mean, test the hot hand. You're exactly right. I say let those triples fly.
Here's Morant. Good D by Harden. The 76ers trail by 5. Lets the 3 fly. Trains it from beyond the arc. Harden's got 12 in the game.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
Morant looking around. Morant with another miss.
And I like the bold move of going right back at it to return the 3, but he just couldn't get it to go.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Fires from deep. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
And the call will be against Harris. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
On defense, the 76ers. A 2-point game. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Maxey's got his first points of the game.
I tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
Yeah, really good sign for them offensively. They should keep getting him touches. Make sure he gets shots here.
Now here's Harden. 12 points for him. Inside. Here's Harris. Pass to Thibault. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Harden. It's hauled in by Adams. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. The lead is 2. Now Adams. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
And here's Harden. Pass to Harris. And here's Harden. Guarded by Morant. The 76ers need to get off a shot. They get the rebound. Morant with the steal. And it's Memphis on the break. Jackson, that's a 2-pointer. Morant outside. It's stolen by Harris. And now the 76ers on the break. Harden's got the ball. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
But you've got to stay down on the shot fake. I mean, once Harris has you fooled, then you're done.
And along with terrific production, Harris is an interesting team leader, very positive in his approach. And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Here's Clark. Good work defensively by Millsap.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Out to Harris. Pass to Maxey. Here's Niang. 6 on the shot clock. To the paint. Here's Millsap. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around. And Greg, Harris has grown more vocal as his comfort level on the team has risen.
And Kevin, he's always had it in him. Now that he's a veteran, he's earned the right. He always seems to bring the guys together. And just no fear, guys. I mean, he is willing to mix it up in the paint with the big boys.
And Anthony Melton picks up the foul. That's his first foul. It's stolen by Jones.
Danny Green.
Pass to Clark. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Boy, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
The 76ers lead. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Here's Maxey. That's tipped.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wing.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Here's Morant. And finished by Morant.
And you got to close off those avenues to Morant. Once he gets in one, he is focused on dropping the hammer. And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
Harden with it. Williams picks him up. There's 39 seconds left to play here in the third. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Morant drives in. Out to the right wing. Goes up the baseline. .16 seconds left in the third quarter. A second chance effort. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Paul Millsap picks one up.
Amazing to see someone go from unrecruited to potential MVP someday. That's been John Morant's trajectory.
Harden has a wide open look. No good on the triple. Morant drives in. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Morant's got 8 points in the quarter.
Hard trying to contain Morant. When he makes up his mind he's going to score, he goes full force.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. 76ers. Three-tenths quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And DeAnthony Melton picks up the foul. That's his third foul of the game.
That's his third personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Maxey. Launches it. That shot misses. And Memphis the other way now. On the wing, Brooks. Memphis moving it around to take the lead. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And the Grizzlies lead by 1.
A solid distributor. I think Jackson is gifted at reading defenses and then being able to spot the open teammate.
Here's Maxey. And slam dunk by Maxey. We've seen some great competition in this one.
Yeah, 7 already in the game, and I think it shows you how well these two teams match up with one another.
Thibault with the ball. He's picked up by Brooks. Baseline jumper. Pass to Maxey. Second shot opportunity. And another shot. Niang, no good. And it's Anderson with the ball for the Grizzlies. They trail by 1.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
And here's the fast break. Brooks with no one around. That 3 off the mark. And the wide open shot from Green. From outside, off the mark. Memphis with the ball. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Pass to Maxey. Harden outside. Embiid with it. Guarded by Jackson. And the basket is good. 8 points for Joel Embiid.
James Harden.
Well, you got to remember now, Harden, as good a scorer as he is not just a scorer. He's a shrewd dime dropper, too.
Brooks outside. Pass to Jackson. It's hauled in by the 76ers. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. The 3 from Harden. No good that time.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Here's Jackson. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's going to be on James Harden.
And that's a player with no fear. Jackson steps to the forefront, goes out and gets them a massive bucket.
And Philadelphia calls time here. They're trailing by 5. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. told them to stick with it. He said, this game is right here, guys. This is our game to take. Precision, purpose, and poise. Devin, we'll see if they can get it done.
Thanks, David. It's Morant with the drop. And a missed layup. The 76ers trailed by 5. To the middle. It's tipped. Here's Niang.
George Niang.
Makes it off the glass.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind the layup. Come on now.
A huge shot from Morant. Wow. You see why they put the ball in his hands in those situations.
The 3 from Harden. That shot missing. And it's Memphis the other way. Morant with it. And it's Harden picking him up. And Embiid with the block. In the corner. Harden. Embiid inside. Money. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
What confidence from Joel Embiid. Knocked that one down in a clutch situation.
Morant outside. Going inside. Yes!
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
And the 76ers call time here. They're trailing by 5. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt. Guys, this is why they go to Harris. They know he's going to find a way to come up clutch. Count it.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble again.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws. Unblockable. This guy relishes being the man to put the game away.
The deep 3 from Harden. Laces one from 3.
And you know the ball's going to Harden when the game's tight. Terrific. Delivering and producing down the stretch.
They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. The deep 3 from Harden. And so the Grizzlies take the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But in the end, everyone's satisfied.
Well, I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on. But let's give this group, in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. And we'll be hearing from D.A. along the sideline all game long. We're at the Staples Center where the Clippers will try to turn it up on their home floor. Now here's Jackson. Over ball. Outside for George. Another shot. And the layup is good.
Slippery play by Paul George to get inside. He ends up right where he wanted to be for the shot.
Foul, Chicago.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be in DeMar DeRozan. That's his first foul.
First team.
That's something you hate. You're trying to come in with an aggressive mindset, and that early foul could take you right out of it.
Well, with Zubac's on the floor, you know what you'll get. Gives great effort when he's engaged.
Also, the plus is, G.A., he does a good job of rim running. He also dives well off pick and rolls, and combined with his offensive rebounding, gives you some size in the middle. Some people say Levine settles for too many jump shots. This time, he doesn't.
Inside. Here's Zubac. Vucevic with the block. And they get it back. Just 5 on the clock. George, that's a two-pointer. And the jumper falls for him.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start. And he can help with that.
I tell you what, did he take off on that one? Not many players can elevate it and literally fly. What a special talent, and it's plays like that that remind me just how amazing these athletes are in the NBA.
Here's Levine after the Clippers pick up 2. We're just about... Two minutes into the first quarter. And he comes up with the deuce. Levine's got 6.
Terrific dribble move by Zach LaVine. Blessed with the ability to create space to get off his shot. Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair.
Now here's LaVine. He has 6. Buries it from 3-point range.
You see the game plan is working already. 4 straight makes to start this one.
To the middle. Back to George. Driving in. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Left side, DeRozan.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And at times, it just feels like DeRozan is still underappreciated. Receives a lot of criticism for what he doesn't do and not enough credit for what he does.
And DeRozan's talked about using negative press to his advantage.
You know, he said you have to be able to take criticism if you want to be great. Use the negative energy to become something more than you thought you could do.
Chicago trailing here. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Outside, White. Down low. Here's Green. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Check out Kobe White dropping a dime to the wide open man. What a pass.
It's stolen by DeRozan. Here's White. Pass to DeRozan. to the paint. Shoots the three. Hits the three-point bomb. DeRozan's got 5 points so far.
The aggressive mindset of DeRozan. Catches and shoots without hesitation.
To the inside. Covington. And the layup's good off the glass.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And there is the whistle that goes on Kobe White.
Second team foul.
That's his first foul.
Coming onto the floor.
So both teams making some changes here. And here's George for three. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Riding the hot hand, and why not? If something's working, keep going to it.
Here's Vucevic. And it's Chicago scoring again.
Always a battle when you're up against Vucevic. His soft touch helps him convert inside.
Covington trying to break free. From the field.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And it's Green missing.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Guys, their willingness to attack the basket so far has been great. They're penetrating, finding the holes in the defense, and scoring from close range.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And we all know basketball is a game of runs, but Steve, why can it so often seesaw like that? 1 minute a team is ice cold. The next, they can't miss.
I think confidence is such a big part of the game. Also rhythm. When you see shots fall, it snowballs. On the other hand, when you can't take the lid off of it, that confidence can go another direction.
That's to Vucevic. Fades and shoots. And that one hits back iron. Now the Clippers moving it up. George, that's a 2-pointer. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Vucevic. And Steve, we know about Paul George, a fantastic outside shooter. He's been an elite 3-point artist for some time.
Paul George can get a shot up over most defenders. That's why Kevin has a career 3-point percentage that's creeping towards 40%. And he seems to be getting better with age.
Pass to Levine. Driving inside. Misses the layup. The Clippers in the lead. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
With a high basketball IQ and improving playmaking abilities, Luke's growing as a distributor.
Pass to Dosunmu. Levine deciding where to go with it. A 3-pointer, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Kawhi Leonard keeps it simple. He says, I'm trying to be the best player I can be. I'm happy with what I've done in my career, and I'm just going to keep on from there. It's not about being famous. It's about playing basketball and having fun on the floor. Well, he is famous, Kevin, and he remains focused on the court.
Agreed, David. It has served him well. Thank you.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yes, the last few years, the rules changes have tended to benefit the offenses. This evens things out a bit.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
The Bulls have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
From deep, George. He's off on that one. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. To the paint. Kick out to Levine. And again, no good by Chicago. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. They trail by 1. Connects from three-point range. Leonard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. To the middle. The kick out to Ball. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Here's George. He's got 16. Banks it in. George has got the lead up to 4 now for Los Angeles.
Capable of flat-out torching you. Once PG-13 gets into a groove, watch out.
DeRozan in the corner. That 3 off the mark. Swiped it away. Levine, the bounce pass. The offensive rebound. Out to DeRozan. Shot clock at 6. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
Right in the teeth of that defense, DeRozan explosive through contact.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And DeRozan, a free agent this past offseason, took his time to find the right fit in terms of who he would sign with, ultimately choosing Chicago in a big victory for the Bulls.
Here's George. Takes it inside. Outside Leonard. Down low. Second chance shot. And the layup is up and in. And it's 6 points for Marcus Morris.
Great vision on that pass. Kawhi moving it to the open teammate.
And here's Levine. Great D that time from Leonard. There's 42 seconds left now here in the second.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
Pass to Caruso. Now here's Levine. Leonard with the steal. And Zach Levine gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
16 seconds left in the second quarter. Jackson misses. Tipped away. Right side, DeRozan. Levine.
Zach Levine.
Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. Levine's got 11 points. And that'll do it for the first half of competitive game so far. Clippers lead by 2. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And here is Los Angeles now. A 2-point game. Stolen by Ball. Here's Levine. Pass to Williams. Back to Levine. To the paint. Poked away.
Out of bounds.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession.
Coming onto the floor for the Bulls, Kobe White.
DeRozan surveying the D. 4 on the clock. For the tie. Powell pulls it in. It's a neck-and-neck game here in Los Angeles. Knocked loose. Stolen by Ball. Jumps up. And Ball slams it in.
A heady defense from Lonzo Ball sparking that run out. If you don't protect the rock, he'll swipe it.
And they pick up 2. George has got 20.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
DeRozan with it. And Batum picks him up defensively. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
That's his first personal foul.
DeMar draws so much attention on that pick and roll that often he can get an easy score with a simple pass like he did on that play.
Shooting 1.
And that one falls for Williams. The Clippers in the lead. George looking around. Outside Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. To the middle. Tries again. And Vucevic pulls it down. Here's Chicago. There's an element to Nikola Vucevic's game that fits well with most of the league's modern offensive schemes.
And with his inside-out game, he's a guy that can stretch the floor. And Kevin, when you look at today's NBA, nothing is more important than spacing and passing. And when Vucevic is on the court, you can be sure the spacing will be excellent.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, mid-range jumpers are something of a lost art these days. They're still practiced by superstars like Kawhi Leonard. Coach Ty Lue said, why not work on the shots that teams are giving up? Down the stretch, mid-range shots win games. Playoffs, too. If you shoot it at a high clip, it's just as good as a 3 for me. Guys?
And they do shoot it at a good clip, and they rely on it quite a bit. David, thank you. To the inside. Covington with the steal. It's Powell on the wing. Here's Batum. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Batum's got the lead up to 5 now for the Clippers.
2 minutes.
There's 1:54 left in the third quarter. White looking around. Pass to Vucevic. Leonard with the steal. Inside. Covington. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Now it's a 7-point Clipper lead.
Great floor awareness. Powell knows how to find his open teammates.
Here's Vucevic. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And they continue to control the glass.
Second personal foul. First team.
Los Angeles leading by 7.
Bold substitution.
To the inside. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
Here's Levine. Green breaking loose. Levine, that's good. Levine's got 13 points.
You know he's pulling his weight, but they still find themselves behind. Very nearly stolen. There's no need to force that pass.
56 seconds left to play here in the third. Jackson with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And the shot goes in. Jackson's got the lead back up to 9 now for the Clippers. Caruso, no good. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 14-5 run here. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
What it was, they are getting better shots, which has gotten them into a rhythm, and they're knocking down everything.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve. Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Levine for three. Down low. Here's Vucevic. And so it's Los Angeles. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And they've done. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Bulls trail by 11. Here's Levine. And then Levine with the jam.
This is what we've come to expect from Zach LaVine. Poetry in air.
And it's Paul George with the finish.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Goes up again. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And here is Dosunmu. They kick it out to Green. Traps in the tray.
Devontae Green.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yes, and if you love offense, you're loving this matchup. It's been a highlight reel affair.
Here's Leonard, and he banks in the lane.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Chicago calls timeout.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan talking to his team. He was not pleased. He said, you guys look dead out there. Told them they've got to play with more activity. And then he said, this is not going to cut it. I have to see who's going to step it up. Guys.
Thank you, David. Here's George. Here's the drive. And he goes big with the dunk right over Lonzo Ball.
And with those long strides, it takes Paul George no time to get to the rim.
Vucevic. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
I can see he's pressing a little now, trying desperately to help them shrink this deficit.
And just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times. That move from DeMar DeRozan was nasty. Great play.
And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Right side, DeRozan. And the dunk by DeRozan.
When DeRozan gets to the rim like that, you know how it's going to end.
And the Clippers call time here.
Your Clippers pick. Coming onto the floor for your Clippers, Reggie Jackson.
Clippers leading by 10. And George, here we go. And George with the stuff.
What a silky move by Paul George. He really had the ball on a string.
Outside, Williams takes a three. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
LA basketball.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Nikola Vucevic.
And we all know George Green's defensively, but it's his ability as a defender that stands out. Great instincts to make plays on that end of the floor.
And with Paul George and his defense, Greg, you almost forget how great of an impact it makes.
He just kind of flies under the radar with his defensive play. I mean, this guy could be considered for the Defensive Player of the Year almost every year. One of the more disruptive forces on that end of the floor.
You know he's going to take a lot of shots out there. He's their #1 option right now.
Here's Levine on the mark with the 15-footer. Levine's got 23 points.
In the mid-range area, the big vertical helps Zach LaVine get a clean look, no matter who's around.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Driving the lane, and it's George finishing it off.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
Back to Williams. Paul with a wide open look. No good with the triple.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Clippers.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was
for Paul George.
Oh, did you see that?
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
And you gotta like that they found something positive here, something to maybe carry over into the next game.
They put together some great possessions here at the end. It's a shame they could have used this run much earlier.
Trying to get open is Thompson.
Jones Jr.
Count that one.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through.
It's Jones on the wing. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. So for the Bulls.
Coming onto the floor for the Bulls.
And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Los Angeles.
Zach LaVine. That's his second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for LA.
And he knocks down the first one.
Boston. Taking 2 shots.
Both good from the line that time. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
LA basketball.
And so here are the Clippers. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth. Here's George. The shot from the low post is good. George has got 46 points.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
And George, here we go. And the layup is good. George has got 48.
With his great length and skill, Paul George has no trouble getting points in the paint.
Williams. So it's Los Angeles win this one easy. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretch.
When I really needed you This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Allie LaForce, our reporter. It's George on the drive. Here's Zubats. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
First bucket of the evening. Now, both teams are really looking to exploit matchups here.
What's going to be fascinating to watch is which matchups are they willing to go exploit.
Now here's Young. No good on the triple.
Boy, when you think about Kawhi Leonard's career, one of the things that I'm always struck by is how he has been a model of efficiency. So smart when it comes to getting his shot and taking the right shots.
Here's Young. After the Clippers picking up a basket just a moment ago. Inside. Here's Capella. Shot clock at 5. And here's Hunter from the arc. Here's George. And the jam by George.
Well, you love the tenacity. Paul George cannot be contained when he gets near the tin.
You know, Doris, with Kawhi, the career numbers speak for themselves.
That's exactly right. A shade under 50% from the floor. In range to get to 40% from deep. No matter how you slice it, Kawhi is an efficient #1 option.
Down low. Here's Capella. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young.
Nice passing instincts from Young. Quickly moving the ball to a guy with a wide open look.
Here's George. Drives to the hoop. And the jam by George.
That is Paul George, the incredible vertical and the unbelievable creativity.
And a deep three from Young. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson.
Boy, having a hard time making shots. Just 1 for 4 to start this game.
And Young isn't just a scorer. He also takes pleasure in creating opportunities for others.
And that's a foul called on Kevin Huerter. That's his first foul. To the paint. It's stolen by Hunter.
Well, getting in the lane and making your presence known is crucial part of the defense for these guys.
And he's going for the lob. And then it's Collins with the dunk.
Gliding the pass to where it needed to be.
Wow, a strong finish to seal the deal. George. He connects. And now he's 4 for 6 in today's game.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
To the inside. Oh, George with a steal. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Well, at 6'9", with good athleticism, dunking not a problem for Mr. Morris. Give him some space, and he makes you pay.
Now a timeout called by Atlanta. And with Paul George, Grant, you know what he delivers. Very consistent in what he'll bring to each game.
I mean, the scoring is always going to be there, but his defense doesn't take a night off either. I mean, very nice and consistent production from him.
Here's a Kongwu. To the middle. That shot is off. Good D by Covington.
And that's his first personal foul. Team second.
The Clippers in the lead. Left side Covington. Out to Powell. Takes it inside.
That missed aside. They're off to a strong start at the offensive end.
Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. Williams from long range. Covington grabs the board. It's Powell on the wing. Rebounded by the Hawks. And an intentional foul right there.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
So both teams changing it up here. Young with it. Guarded now by George. Kicks it out to Collins. Shot clock at 6. Back to Capella. Oh, Covington with a block.
This guy is such a lengthy wing defender. Robert Covington doing work defensively.
And here are the Clippers now. Here's George. Here he goes. Capella with a rebound.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
Herder gets the bucket.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Here's George. Capella with a block. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Young misses. And the Clippers have possession. 4-point game. Pass to Batum. Kicks it to George. That one goes in. George has got 10.
Excellent offensive positioning from Paul George. Size, length, touch. Beautiful.
Here's Young. And that does it for the first quarter. The Clippers on top. They lead by 6. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers guys.
Well, coming into tonight, maybe you thought they were going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Nope, that's not the case.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
Yep, that one goes. And the three-pointer gaining prominence. Grant, that shot wasn't a big part of your game until later in your career. Why was that something you waited to develop?
Well, over the years, the game had changed during my career. Early on, I didn't need it as much in terms of how I played. But at the end of my career, in more of a complementary role, I had to be able to knock down three-pointers, and I did a pretty good job. Excellent use of his physical gifts. Goes up strong and captures the board.
Jacks up a 3. Rebound by the Clippers.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Back to Collins. Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. To the paint. In close. Here's Capella. And he banks in the layup. Capella's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Refusing to give up on the glass, Capella truly works for his rebounds.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over.
A popular phrase in the NBA circles has become rim runner. Basically, centers that live in the paint on both ends of the floor, guys who rack up rebounds and easy buckets. Clint Capella might be the best in the league at rim running.
Here's George. Driving in. And the jam by George.
I'll tell you, there's little you can do to stop Paul George when he's got his game going. He has the lane to the rim, and you know he's going to finish.
Pass to Bogdanovich. And a deep 3 from Young. Ooh, another miss. He's 0 for 6 in this contest.
He's so frustrated. Hasn't had a make-all game. It's making it very difficult for them to find any success.
Shot by George. Well, when you look at the numbers of Capella, Grant, you see a guy who knows his role.
I love it. I mean, Clint never attempts threes. He's not looking to stretch the floor. A career 60+% shooter, Clint lives on dunks and putbacks, and he's always among the league leaders in rebounding. He's just a force down low.
Now here's George. They lead by 8. Biggest lead of the game. Here's Young. Paul George pulls it in.
Wow, this defense is blanking him down the stretch, and that's certainly hurting his team's chances.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. The Hawks went on a tear last season after naming Nate McMillan their interim head coach. After he won Eastern Conference Coach of the Month and helped guide them to the franchise's first playoff run in 4 seasons, it seemed inevitable that he'd become the head coach long term. Guys?
Nothing new for him, Allie. Good stuff there. Now here's Young. Looking for his first basket, still in this one. Outside Bogdanovich. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Here's George. It's not going to go for him, so Atlanta will take it the other way. Outside Young. From deep. No good that time.
Credit the defense right there. They have not allowed this guy to get going at all in this period.
George outside. And he drives in. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Boy, it's hard not to think about Paul George and what many consider to be that devastating leg injury he suffered. There were people who doubted whether he could come back, and now stronger than ever.
And with Paul George and that injury, as it happened, we weren't sure he'd ever play again.
That's exactly right. It shows the determination he has and how much love for the game of basketball. He overcame that physical setback and the mental toll that's part of that, and still enjoying an incredible NBA career.
Going inside. And George with the jam.
Atlanta timeout.
Well, we... We know that Paul George understands there's a certain point in the game when he's got to take over, and he's doing it now.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. And the players take this opportunity to get some Gatorade. Getting some fluids in you is so important during these timeouts. Get fresh, keep those batteries charged.
Yeah, without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a ball game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have to be hydrated.
He shoots it.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
And the basket by Coffey.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Now a timeout called by Atlanta.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
Now here's Young. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound. Making plays at both ends of the floor, and it shows up in the box score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Zubac with the steal. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 17.
I just love the ball move.
Kicks it out to Collins. Can they get it? That shot off the mark.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
Their system is running smoothly, and the gap on the scoreboard is widening.
You do like that the